The Buddha, while he was still a prince, he saw the bewilderment around him. He saw the chaos and the suffering, the conundrum, humans' tendency to grasp. And so the inquiry which founded the entire Buddhist precept was the inquiry that drew him away from home and his wife, a kingdom, a newborn son, and the journey was to pose the question, what are the roots of my suffering? What are the roots of human suffering? And in this brief flash of a life, what's meaningful? And so he left his family, he left his kingdom, and he went on a journey to pose the question. In a vast arena of, at the time, a great awakening, there were many communities of meditators. And he journeyed one by one to each of these communities, and he sat for long spans of time, experienced formless dimensions, kept coming back to the question, what will alleviate suffering? And it went on for years like this. He'd find a community of meditators, he'd sit and he'd pose the question and dig a little deeper in. Never quite found the answer, and he stumbled upon a community of Jains, just stringent aesthetics, who suggested that to alleviate suffering, you had to alleviate your identity to the physical realm. So they were very much interested in cutting off ties to the body. They sat in caves, and for 5 years they starved themselves. It was said the Buddha lived off of 1 grain of rice, 1 sesame seed, and 1 drop of water a day. Cutting off ties to the visceral, to the physical realm. Trying to cut cords of attachment to his body. And it's said that after 5 years of this, emaciated one day, washing in the river, he slipped and almost drowned. And fought for his life, fought for this precious human life. And so as he spluttered and grasped for the banks of the river and dragged himself out of these raging waters, he realized then he had been living in delusion. This insight then, this dawn of wisdom, this sacred, precious life is not to be wasted. And he had to be in a cave near death to really get to the bottom of this investigation. So I just like to share this story because the personal insights that need to dawn in our own inquiries sometimes come after what feels like very futile paths. Sometimes we have to go all the way to what it feels like to be completely malnourished, to get to the other side of the river and realize, oh, there's something to uncover here. So may this practice reignite our commitment and also our gentle ease that whatever we're experiencing, whatever avenues we've directed ourselves in, that underneath it all there's a dedication to waking up. So nothing's a mistake. You're walking now through a portal of your own opening. Let's take 3 more breaths where we are.